other stuff, and you really, and if perma requires the patches maximus, and then a bunch of patches that are referred to as PCAP. I mean, it takes a lot of curating to get perma to work well, and you have to run the patcher, which means you have to have Java 8 running on your machine, and the latest. It's a bloated piece of. It's not garbage, but it's I mean, it's a lot of work went into it. But my God, what a pain in the butt! It's just not. To me, it's not. That's not fun. So anyway, sorry, we went off on mod talk.
I know, mod talk is great. Colin, you said yours just floated on right through Dandy as fine as rain, right?
Yeah, walked in, guy died.
What is your character getting into?
Walked in.
Wait a minute. You laughed when he died?
Yeah, damn straight. Synod researchers. Zargo tells me all about those Synod.
What does Zargo think of them?
They just care about politics and hoarding power instead of teaching. That's why he's come to Skyrim.
See, I'm trying to find the guy. Does he like die after you talk to him? Where'd he go? Oh, there he is.
When you walk right through the door.
Yeah.
It's the one that you pull the key off of to get into Resolved proper.
Oh, maybe I need to go back down there, and I just didn't notice the. Yeah, well, I won't click my way through this episode here. I'm trying to click quietly here, so I can.
Quiet clicking.
What's that?
He has electrified a typewriter to hook up to his computer.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, that's why I told you need that waffle keyboard.
Well, I keyboard. Does it actually look like a waffle? Because I would eat my keyboard.
Yeah, I posted it like a few months back. There was a picture of a waffle maker that makes a keyboard.
Well, I'm sorry I don't remember your waffle post from 3 months ago.
But yeah, it looked like a
Bad
keyboard.
host.
You have not fully done your research.
Yeah, jeez. Waffle post. Okay, here we go. Got it written down. Is that one of those cool flexi keyboards or something?
Yeah, I had
What
a
else were we
chick.
getting into, Colin?
Oh, sorry.
Sorry?
What else were we getting into? What's your character up to? Have you been?
I've been playing.
Necromancy in?
Yeah, so Cleese Intwood is a Khajiit necromancer. He, kind of necromancer. He's using all forms of magic. He's put perk points into all of them, except illusion. He uses illusion quite a bit, but he doesn't put any points into it. He saves them up for destruction. Definitely alteration. Alteration seems to be one of the most interesting on Ordinator. I find, anyway.
It is. It's very cool, yeah.
So what has it been up to? Yeah, so we finished the Mages Guild, and then we went off. We ran into. I'm hearing myself coming back on myself. Can anybody else hear that?
I'm hearing something. I'm hearing some faint echoing. Yeah.
Yeah, I am too, actually.
Is
Not
it still
over
there?
here.
I think it's still there. Yeah. Excuse me. Well, let's see. So after we finished that, I helped Sargo out, and then where did I go? I'm trying to remember. I started the main quest. I started Dawnguard, and I started Dragonborn, and I also started some of the Daedric quests. So the way I'm playing it, it's RK is sort of keeps on showing up and giving me a kick in the head and telling me where to go. So I was trying to throw away the book, for what's the crown quest? It's not Pieces of the Past. That's the
Oh, the
Arkham Themes.
yeah, Arthurian Forge,
Yeah, that quest.
Oh, yeah.
Lost to the Ages. Is that it?
Lost to the Ages. That's the quest. When you pick up that book, it can lead you to the quest. And was it Cleese tried to put the book down, and then was it RK showed up and picked it back up and throw it back at him. So he was like, oh, all right. So yeah, I gotta go and do that. And then lo and behold, he shows up, and then there's a dead person in there. And then when he found one of the masks, the Dragon Priest masks, RK showed up and says, "That's a real nice mask. I bet there's others." And he was like, "Oh, all right, fair enough, I get it." But he doesn't give him any hints, so now he has to wander off and go into every single Nordic ruin he sees, just in case there's a Dragon Priest in there.
How convenient.
Yeah. So he's only found one other one, which was Hevnorak, which is really good. It's a nice little self-contained quest inside the Nordic ruin. So you walk in there, and then there's a Nord ghost, saying that there's an old dragon priest in there, Hevnorak, and he's the ghost who's kind of subduing him, keeping him restrained, is starting to lose power, while Hevnorak is gaining power. So you have to travel through the dungeon, killing his disciples, which are all Draugr, and then killing his main guardians who are holding or protecting these opaque vessels, which has got Hevnorak's blood in it. And then as you go through, you have to come back out to the front and empty the blood and sit down on the throne, and then the ghost brings Hevnorak back to life, but a less powerful version of himself because he's woken up early, and then you kick Hevnorak's ass. And the ghost thanks you, and you get his mask, which is okay. It's heavy. Class as heavy armor. It's made of iron, and the enchantment is that you resist 100% diseases and poisons. So I've got Quadoja wearing that, and he looks quite cool.
Mm.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah. Can you wear the crown with that? Or did you not do that one yet?
No, I'm still in the middle. I've only got 2 of the shards so far.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But yeah, I've opened up like a crap ton. I like, whereas I've just left the Greybeards. That's in the main quest. So I've got the second of Fusroda, and then in Dawnguard, I have got to go and find Serene Gerard. I've already found Gunmar. I need to find Serene Gerard. And then the cultists have just showed up, but I might pop over there to see what's going on over in Solstheim.
Have you thought about what stones you're going to use or if you're going to use the Ethereum Crown when you do that quest?
I haven't thought about it yet. More than likely, well, one of them will be the Lord Stone. I'm currently got that one. I'll probably go with the Lady Stone as well. Or I may go with the Atronach to absorb the Magicka.
Yeah, watch out for the Atronach Stone. I think there's a bug with that on something else. I can't remember what it is.
Could you remind us about the Lord and the Lady Stone, Colin?
Yeah, the Lord Stone grants damage resistance and magic resistance. I know the magic resistance is 25% magic resistance. I don't know what the damage is. I think it's 50 points of armor or something like that. And then the Lady Stone increases health and stamina regeneration.
Yeah, that's a good stone. Yeah, Syntalis did the Ethereum Forge quest early on, and he's using the Ritual and the Serpent Stone right now.
Serpent Stone, is that an invisibility one?
Well, I can barely hear you, Andrew. I think you need to be on top of your mic with that.
Yeah, you might want to get a little closer.
Oh, sorry about that. How's that?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, well, I'm actually in my mod setup. I'm using the Skyrim stones module, so they're not the same as the vanilla. So the Ritual Stone, the Skyrim stones, he likes to give and take. This is the same guy who authored Percus Maximus later on, but Skyrim was his first perk overhaul, and so with the Ritual Stone in Skyrim, all summoned or called creatures last 3 times as long, but other spells are 25% less effective. So, and then the Serpent Stone, so it's similar, but I mean, it's a summoning, it's a Necromancer stone, but it doesn't allow you to summon armies of undead. Or revenants, or whatever you want to call them. And then the Serpent Stone in Skyrim, sneak attacks you perform deal 50% more damage, but attacks on alerted targets deal 20% less damage. So it's anyway. Those are the 2 I chose for Scintillas for now. Anyway.
Do you find yourself doing lots of sneaky attacking in that sort?
Well, I took the Rat King perk in Ordinator, which is I'll talk about that later. But that summons 6 skeevers whenever you go into battle. But if you're sneaking, they don't summon. So I sneak when I don't want them to appear.
I like that the Rat King thing.
It's very cool. Yeah. In fact, the Ordinator, the Conjuration tree is pretty amazing. All the magic trees are great in Ordinator, I think. I mean, well, shall I get into Scintilla's character now, or Colin? Are you done, or how are we going to play this here, Andrew? Andrew, tell us what to do.
You can roll right into it, Victor. Let's hear a little bit about your character.
Well, Scintillas has evolved quite a bit over the last few weeks, and I didn't. I was going to do an update recording and stuff like that, but since we were doing this so soon, I decided not to. So he's evolved from being just sort of this kind of reactive murderer who just wanted to kill and devour human flesh and so on, into a somewhat more thoughtful murderer. So he spent some time in Sit in the Mine, and that really got him thinking, about having a purpose in his life. And so sort of the way I see the Necromancer isn't just a curator of large armies of raised dead. So I look at him as a master conjurer, or eventually a master conjurer. He's going to use a lot of alteration and also a master alchemist. And there's some great alchemy perks in Ordinator as well. So right now he's working on his alchemy. You can take a perk which allows you to make one alchemy station into a master. I forget what it's called. I'll pop it up in a minute. But it gives all your potions you create at that station a 25% boost. And early on, Scintillas took over Cracked Tusk Keep as his home base, using a mod. But it's generally, I think Cracked Tusk Keep is fairly safe. Once you have cleared it, it does not respawn enemies, and I think all of the containers are safe in there anyway. So the mod just adds a couple of crafting stations and things like that. So he's made his home at Cracked Tusk Keep, which is right near Falkreath, if anybody isn't sure where that is.
I was going to say, who's there? Is that bandit territory?
It's an orc bandit stronghold, and it's just sort of southwest of Falkreath.
This is the past quest, isn't it?
It's which now?
Pieces of the Past, the Maroon's Dagon, the Razor.
Was that part of that? It may have been. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the basement. There's one of the shards. One of the set of shards is in the basement there. Yes, you're right.
The bottom level there, yeah.
Yeah. And of course, so yes, that's right. I have those. I haven't done the quest though. So, so anyway, so he's doing that, and he came across some weird walls with these strange things happening, and he absorbed something and thought he'd investigate that. So of course he's started the main quest now, and spawned some dragons. And what else is he doing? And he decided he needed to learn a little bit more about conjuration and magic in general, so he went to the college. I have another mod called the Immersive College of Winterhold, which I highly recommend. It's been updated a lot over the last year or so, and there's some really it's a really well done mod. It's very it adds a lot to the College of Winterhold. It adds couple of little mini quests, nothing major. It doesn't do a lot of scripting, but it adds some nice visual things, including in the Arcaneum. He has added a whole bunch of shelves full of artifacts and things, and when you look at them, you gain a little bit of buff here and there. But probably the masterpiece of the entire mod is a real, honest-to-goodness topographical map of Skyrim. I don't know where he got this or whether he did it himself, but it's absolutely gorgeous. If anybody's into maps and you know what that kind of map looks like, it's beautifully done. It's all contour lines, everything. It's really super good. So anyway, anybody who wants to check that out, it's worth checking out. So anyway, that's I lost my train of thought. I don't know where I was going with all of that.
Hey Juan, have you been doing any necromancy?
I've been doing some, yes. I have basically I'm running a character with just magic. I'm not even doing conjured weapons now. I finished the college of Winterhold, and I'm running around with all the cadets or.
No, that's where I am. There's lots of cadets around here, but
yeah, because I figure my guy Al would want to corrupt the more impressionable mages instead of the teachers that already have they're already set in their ways. I think he's taken a bit of a liking to Berlina. Because he gave her the second set of the master, what do you call it, archmage robes. You guys seen that?
no.
What's that?
No.
Because there's two sets of archmage robes.
I think I heard someone mention something about that. Tell us about that.
Well, the second set is almost identical. It just doesn't have the additional 50 points of magicka.
Well, why would you want that then? So where do you get each of them?
In the headmaster's room. It's just kind of folded up in there.
The folded up one does not have the boost of plus 50 magicka on it.
Right. It does have the 100% regeneration and 15% less on all spells. So it does have that. So it's better than the apprentice robes, which is what she had previously. And so I gave that to her, and she put those on right away. And we've been attacked by some Dark Brotherhood types. So two of us are already wearing the Dark Brotherhood bandoliers, which are pretty nice. It gives you an additional 75 carry weight. And that's pretty much what I've been doing, just working on the main quest now. And went over to Solstheim and picked up the merchant and and the not harming your followers.
Not that's nice.
Yeah, especially when you have four guys, three people around you, and they keep running in front of you casting spells, and you accidentally hit them. It makes it pretty nice.
That's awesome.
So.
Yeah, I picked up Lydia recently.
Oh yeah, I picked up Uthgerd, and apparently she couldn't keep up with the mages.
I love Uthgerd.
She died.
Oh no.
I don't even know where. Just all of a sudden she wasn't following me anymore, and a few days later I got a message from the Jarl that said, "Oh yes, Booth
Here's some
cleared."
gold for your inheritance. Sorry about your loss.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
Simplest has a couple of followers now too. Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
No,
it's fine.
I was just gonna ask one stone-wise. What's did you say what sort of stones you're using? You
Let's see
have the stones.
what am I running right now? I have. Oh, I do. I have the ritual stone right now.
Yes, my favorite.
Raises all dead around you for 200 seconds. So that's what I'm gonna try to figure out how to use. Well, actually, maybe I should just use it now. In the area that I'm at, so should be
Yeah,
fun.
it took a little getting used to figure out what its rules are, but I really enjoy using the ritual stone.
Yeah. I finally saw that video that you guys were talking about.
The guy
Which
raised
is
100 dead all around him.
yeah. So it was kind of cool what he said, where you sit there and just kind of go through like a whole dungeon, and then go somewhere in the middle of the dungeon, and it revives everything around it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna give that a shot as soon as I get Jurgen Windcaller's horn.
There's another video of a guy who's using the ritual stone in the vanilla game, but he has a little hack with the Ethereum crown, where
Oh yeah.
where if you have the Ethereum crown on, and I forget which stones he's using. Obviously, the ritual stone is one of them, but then
I think he uses the Lord Stone as well.
Lord Stone, and then if you raise your undead army, and then they pass away, if you remove the crown and then put it back on again, it resets the perk or whatever, and you can raise them again, so you don't have to wait 24 hours.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I think that's the video that I saw. I thought that's the
Yeah.
one that Andrew had seen.
I don't think so. I don't remember Andrew saying that.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if I ever mentioned that or not. Damien was the one who originally had posted a lot of those ritual stone things.
Yeah, so
and he
yeah,
also
that's
mentioned that you can use them on mammoths and giants and stuff too. So he's evidently been playing around a lot with his ritual stone. I didn't name it to something.
You know, that's yeah. Well, anyway, I won't say it.
It's a good ritual.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll have to. With the mods, does it allow you to do those exploits, or do they get?
Well, that if that is some kind of glitch, if you're using the unofficial patches, it's probably patched out. I don't know though. I think that the guy I watched the video, I think he was playing on a console. I'm not sure which one.
I think he was on PS4.
Not on PS4.
No?
PS3 maybe.
PS3, sorry. PS3.
Because if he was on PS4, I want to know about it.
Don't we all?
Yeah.
Oh, and I am liking the leader's teleportation too. That's offered. It's that follower mod that you like, right? Where
which one?
Let me check real quick. But basically, a lot of times I'll head out somewhere and EFF.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I think that one is that the one that has the teleportation where if you're.
Or you can call all your followers to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they both do. Amazing Follower Tweaks had that as well.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a power. You set it up as a power. I stopped using Amazing Follower Tweaks because it was incompatible with interesting NPCs, but somebody just brought out a new version of it, which is now compatible with interesting NPCs. So I'm going to be using that in another playthrough. Can't change that kind of thing midstream. That's just bad for a game.
It'll break something.
What's that, Andrew?
It'll break something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, totally. It's really dangerous to mess with mods mid-game. You really need to know what you're doing if you do. So some mods work well. I picked up a new follower that I haven't used before from Interesting NPCs, speaking of which, by the name of Gore, and Gore is awesome. I don't know if anybody's played with Gore before, but he's really good.
Brilliant. He's got a quest in there as well, I think.
Yeah, he does.
Stick with him.
And his voice, the guy who did the voice acting is just superb. Yeah, it's. I mean, the lines are. You read the lines and they're good, but the way he reads them it's just great. Yeah,
he gives you a lot of crap, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's good. He and Rumarin or Rumarin or whatever his name is are my two favorite of the Interesting NPCs characters.
Yeah, did Sherry just come on and then jump off?
No, I am here.
Oh, there
Sherry.
she is. Hello.
Sherry.
Hello. I didn't want to interrupt.
I just want to say hello.
So what is your character we're getting into, Sherry?
My Necromancer,
Yes.
Raina Deadwater. It's still early days. I'm struggling to start to find a direction.
Yeah, I was the same way.
At the moment, I just had her up on the other computer, but then it went low battery and I had to shut it down because it's not plugged. I had her after on the the mage quests, the main mage quests, where you go look for a book for the guy down in the library.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I just arrived at the.
Urag.
I just arrived. The last time I was playing, I arrived at the fort place where I guess I will find the missing guy and the missing books and stuff. And I'm having my ass handed to me. Not very good at the magic, and I was going pretty okay at the magic until I'm actually fighting against people who are using magic.
Magic is so hard early on. It's like
Yes.
it's the most challenging early playstyle for sure.
Yeah.
Underpowered early on and overpowered later.
Well,
on.
especially if you resolve not to use armor, I guess that's the.
Yeah.
That's a convention I just disagree with entirely. Why would anybody do that? Yeah.
I don't know which mod does this, but there's a perk where you no longer have to cast the different types of armors. You just cast it once, and then it's permanent.
That's Spurg.
Okay.
Spurg has that perk in the alteration tree, I believe.
Right.
Whichever flesh you happen to use becomes permanent. Yeah.
Yeah, and that really bumps up your
That'd be super nice.
what do you call it? It really bumps up your alteration because every time you go into battle, you just start gaining experience in your alteration.
Yeah.
I remember every time someone hits you.
I think that's what it is. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, Ordinator doesn't have that. It has I'm not sure if it has something similar. It has some perks that do help the what do you call that? I don't know, the X flesh or whatever.
Major armor.
Major. Thank you, Colin. Yeah. But anyway.
I've been working a lot with restoration and wards.
Cool.
With Ordinator,
nice.
they're very interesting, and especially with the dragons. I'm running elemental dragons this time, and holy crap!
Difficult, huh?
So does elemental dragons affect the spawn rates and things like deadly dragons does, or does it just add different dragons to it?
Just adds different dragons. I've only had 2 dragons. No, three dragons now, and they were just normal attacks that you'd get if you were running on the Xbox. So they had some extra stuff, like when you pull the stuff off the dragons, you've got potions, like you can drink their blood, and it gives you extra buffs. Your fire spells. Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah.
And there was one, I killed one dragon, and I managed to pull its heart out, and
Oh,
If you eat the heart, you get a perk point.
oh wow.
Yum.
And
Oh, that's awesome.
and if you eat the dragon meat, you get plus 50 regeneration on your health and plus 50 generation on your stamina for 4,300 seconds. I don't know what that.
Wow.
Only 4,300?
Yeah.
That sucks, man. I'll never use that one.
What's that in hours?
It's like a little over an hour or a little under an hour. Was it 48? No, it's 80 minutes. Is it?
That's a lot.
Yeah, I'm not too sure, but I was thinking, oh wow, that's a bit overpowered. But then I fought like the next level dragon, and it's not.
It's not.
No, the fights are so different. They're completely. They have area of effect spells. The way they attack, their flight patterns. It's just all completely different. So I have to relearn how to fight dragons. It's not like fighting a normal dragon. It's not like fighting in deadly dragons.
Is that elemental dragons you're talking about?
It is, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember watching some of Gopher's testing videos of elemental dragons. It looked pretty cool.
I'd like to say I am running with 3 followers now. I have Chizago and Quadojo. I've just recently gotten Kajo as well, but he's a giant pain in my ass.
Really?
Because he's a fucking coward. So every time when we fight a dragon, he runs away. So I have to hit him with courage to get him back in the fight.
Oh no!
Oh my
He's
gosh.
my tank.
So that's your illusion.
Maybe he's afraid that his fur will light on fire.
Well, we're all Khajiits. I've got a whole band of Khajiits.
Hey, Colin, are you running when dragons attack? Maybe it's connected to that. I don't know.
No, he's always like that.
Oh, well, then forget him.
I was thinking about
benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, I was afraid of. I was going to switch him out for Lejeanne, which is a female Khajiit from Interesting NPCs.
Uh-huh.
But I've already done her quest, but she won't follow me because Interesting NPCs won't have 2 Interesting NPC followers at the same time.
Really?
So because Quadojo is with me, she won't join me.
Huh, I guess I've never tried that.
Yeah, it happened to me before. I can have Quadojo and Kajo and Chizago, but I can't have Quadojo and Lejeanne at the same time. So either get rid of Quadojo, which I don't want to do, and get Lejeanne.
Is that just with EFF, or is that can't be something that Interesting NPCs does? It's something to do with the follower mod, right?
Well, no, because she actually says to me, "Oh, you already have somebody with you."
Oh, okay. Huh.
So I won't join you. But I already had Chizago with me, and I asked Quadojo to follow me, and he says, "Yeah, let's go."
Okay.
So I think it's interesting NPCs. It happened to me before in the previous playthrough.
Okay.
When I had. Do you remember the girl that's inside the Necromancer cave? She's inside the cage.
Oh yeah. You have to rescue. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I had her as a follower. She's very, very good. She has a quest as well, and I had her, and then I went to Lejeanne and asked her to follow me. She said no. So after I finished with the girl in the cage, she left, and then I went to Lejeanne, and then she joined me. So.
Have you considered trying Indigo, or have you had him before?
I had him before, but he's like Blake. He's a complete skooma head. So
yeah, totally.
That's great.
Him and Blake are probably off somewhere in the Oblivion.
Yeah, that's actually it's funny because that's one of the mods I'm using for Scintillas. He's definitely a skooma dealer.
Sells at the kids and everything, huh?
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah. Yeah, because of some other perk I took, he sells it for $300 300 gold a pop, so he can make some decent money. Yeah, yeah. And that's part of his alchemy training, because the mod actually adds a whole bunch of different types of skooma you can make at the cooking stations. So it's a lot of fun gathering all the ingredients for him.
Nice, different
Yeah.
skooma.
Yeah.
And,
Well, some of them, there's a couple of skoomas that require gleam blossoms, so of course, you have to get into some of the Dawn Guard stuff to get the gleam blossoms.
Oh yeah, to go to
Is it Forsaken or Forgotten Valley or whatever the hell it is? Yeah.
the Veil.
Yeah. So.
And Michael, we haven't heard much about your character this evening. What have you been getting into? Any necromancy?
Only what we've seen in the past. How long have we been recording?
I haven't even had the YouTube page open. What have you been doing?
I'm going through, still getting the Baron's Eye stones.
Oh, you're going through those.
Yeah.
Take a while.
Well, yeah. Last time we realized that I had to buy that damn house in Solitude, which is going to take me quite a while.
Yeah, it's like, is that $25,000?
Yeah, totally.
Furnish it or something, and yeah. So that's going to be what. I'm going to get all the other ones in the meantime. So I'm just working through those, and then I'm going to keep going with that. Maybe.
Yeah, you might just have to furnish the bedroom, because I think that's where it is, right?
That where it is, the bedroom? Yeah, I think you're right. It is.
It's the bedroom, yeah.
Like on a nightstand or something, right?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Those people really should close the lids on those boxes.
They're very shy.
Yeah. Leave them for anyone to grab.
Yeah, I'm using oh god, as my Frost Atronach completely blocks me from exiting the door. I am using
Send it to oblivion.
Yeah, I'm mostly using the Frost Atronach when I don't have bodies, or when I'm at a distance and I need to get something like across the way.
Yeah.
And also, like Victor, I have the Skeevers. Who are also blocking my way.
Yeah, that's why I go into sneak a lot, because especially in narrow hallways and stuff like that, when those skeevers spawn, they block everything, including all your followers. So if you're out in front of everything and the skeevers are behind you, you get wasted.
Pretty much, yeah. You can't. You're done if that happens, basically.
Yeah.
I've had that happen many times.
Banished weapon with you or something.
Yeah, you have to, or you just cast another one a little further. Like that. That's
you conjure another something or other, and the skeevers go away. But still, it's usually too late.
Yeah, they blocked me a lot of times. I've had to kill them a few times just to get them out of the way.
Yeah.
Because it was just too much. It was just like all over the place. I got stuck in it. It might have been when I was going down the Ratway, oddly enough, with the skeevers.
Perfect.
Yeah, it was like could have been any more poetic there.
Just sick him on the guy who wears the gloves of the pugilist.
Yeah, that guy. I always end up. Well, not anymore, but early on, I used to get beat down by that guy, and he's not hard.
That guy always killed me.
He always killed me too.
Yeah.
I cut you off, Sherry. What were you about to say?
It's one of the first items you get around in the game, isn't it? Because you somehow end up in the Ratway and you come across that guy, and it's like.
Only filthy thieves do.
Good upstanding citizens don't join.
Yeah, you're a bad person, Sherry.
Says the guy who's willing to kill a whole town.
Going down to find the thieves to arrest them.
To find the thieves to arrest them. Likely story.
Yeah.
I don't think I have.
I don't recall being killed by that guy though.
Yeah, I was early on a bunch of times. I would always forget that he was there, and I would get punched like right in the face, and I'm like, yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Now I remember.
Did he one-shot you with one punch?
Yeah.
If you're really early in, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been in there like level 5, and it's like 1 or 2, and he just takes you out. It's like, wow, really?
And he's surprisingly hard to see.
Yeah, well, he's like down that whole dark hallway, and he's always sitting in the very back.
Yep, he's always in the corner.
Yeah, and I've managed to like go in there as a sneaky archer before, and I'll open the door and he doesn't move, and then I kind of just shoot in that general direction, and sometimes I'll hit him. But it takes so many shots to kill him because of the fact that you're just so low level when you get in there, that he gets up and then he runs. So I run the other way and go hide, and he kind of wanders around looking for me. Doesn't find me. Goes back and sits right back down again. Go over there. I take one, maybe two shots, run and hide again until I finally kill him.
Can't you just go through the gate?
He'd be a fun guy to collect with the ritual stone and bring.
I always want to
along.
get those gloves, and so I can put that enchantment on something, because it's good when you're fighting like Uthgerd or any of the orcs in the strongholds.
Definitely good for that. Especially if you're low level, playing on like a higher difficulty.
Yeah, that's when I was on the Xbox. I finally started playing on expert and legendary, and
Yeah, because you can lose those fights pretty easily.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass at the moment because everything basically one-shots me. A normal farmer archer can one-shot me. So
Oh, really?
Wow.
yeah, I got to be really careful. It's really annoying.
So, what are some of the restoration perks you've taken, Colin? There, because I haven't done any of that tree. I'm just looking at it right now, and there's a ton of stuff in there.
Yeah, I've gone right up the middle. So I got the mastery one, descending light, and then into supremacy. I'm gonna go up to zealot's ward. So let's see.
Uh-huh.
I'll go through. Supremacy is the first ward you cast in combat costs no magicka to maintain.
Oh. Nice.
So, and then Zealot's Ward, which would be the next one I get. I'm currently Restoration 46 and it requires 50. Wards you cast in combat have a limited duration, but are 250 points stronger and are instantly at full strength.
Huh.
Blocking a spell staggers the attacker with a Force Blast, reducing their magic resistance by 25% for 6 seconds. This effect stacks.
Yeah, he does a lot of stacking, doesn't he? There's a lot of the perks stack. That's great.
Yeah, I'm combining it with the destruction perk, which is if you go through robes of power and then go up to 10th barrier, destruction perks that enhance dual cast spells now also work on a single cast spell if you are casting a ward in the other hand.
Wow.
So I can get the the dual cast perks on my single cast spells if I have the ward in my right hand and casting the fire spells in the left.
It's like casting 3 spells at once. Yeah.
Yeah, very
That's
powerful.
Cool.
So.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm working on the bone collector thing in Conjuration now. So.
Yeah, I don't have any of that. I got the older Ordinator, I think.
You can upgrade it. It's like I said. He's made it extremely easy. Just in Mod Organizer, just replace. Boom, done. And
yeah, I'm up to corpse gas at the moment.
Oh yeah, corpse gas. I got that.
I did not take corpse gas, but I've been trying to collect all. For Bone Collector, you have to collect like 11 different bones from dead bodies all over Skyrim, wherever you kill people in it. Before
Are
you
these
can.
quests or mods you're talking about?
Which I'm sorry.
Oh, they're perks in
the bone-
Ordinator.
Yeah, we're talking about a perk mod called Ordinator.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got a bit confused for a moment.
Sorry.
Yeah, we went to Uber nerd there for a moment.
Yeah, speaking
I
out.
do
Yeah.
apologize.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to have all the bones before you can actually create the skeleton army at the bone altar.
Oh man, that sounds awesome.
It's pretty cool. There's 11 of them, and I couldn't figure out what they were. I mean, so I ended up having to use a program called TES5 Edit and go in there and read through the mod and find out what all the bones were, so I could find them. But I've got them all now, so that's my next thing I'm going to do is go and create my skeletons. Because there's another perk in there after Bone Collector, which allows you to create skeleton mages, skeleton fire mages and frost mages and things like that. So it's pretty cool. Yeah. So enough mod talk, right?
Mod talk.
I'm just struggling to grasp all the abilities of what I think a necromancer would be, and with magical. So I've never really ever really done any magical stuff at all. I'm always usually wearing armor and hitting people with a sword or something like that. So it's completely alien to me. And to make it more fun, I hit it up to legendary, which is something I've never done either.
Wow. As a mage, that's super tough.
So no wonder I'm having my ass handed to me in my latest.
Yeah, that would.
Knock it down to master. It'll be a little bit easier anyway.
Yeah, it won't be. It'll still be challenging, but not nearly impossible.
Yeah, but it's even just doing the ability like the conjurations, like reviving a corpse to come alive. Somehow I think I'm aiming at it, but somehow I miss and it just goes.
Oh yeah, you have to be
Doesn't
like
work.
right at the floor.
Yeah,
within-
that is tough to get them exactly.
It's frustrating.
Well, the cursor or the whatever you call it, the reticle turns white when you can cast a spell. It's red when you can't. So just
Oh, okay.
just move the reticle until it turns white.
I think it's slightly off center as well. I think you want to aim slightly high.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's slightly above whatever you're shooting for. Yeah.
Right. Yep.
Okay. That'll be better. I've been practicing that a lot, reviving the corpses of fallen enemies, foxes. The only character. The only
Poor
character.
foxes.
The
Yeah.
only character that has ever killed a fox. All my other characters never have.
What about
I used to do it all the time.
Gosh,
what about
And then I learned
revenant
they lead
bunnies?
you to places.
You have evil revenant bunnies that run around.
they're too fast. I'm sure she's tried.
Actually, I found one of the most effective creatures that I've revived is the Chorus hunters.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
They're nasty, and they're really nice to stand behind one of those because they'll just take out just about
Yeah, good
everything.
to have on your side.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, totally.
Yeah, go down to that place under the lighthouse and try and revive the really big one down there.
Oh yeah.
I never go in there because I always get killed.
That is a fun dungeon.
It's a nasty place. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. It's a fun challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, that it is. Yeah, there's so many chars under there. Oh.
And it stinks.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it's cold. It shouldn't really smell that bad.
With all those tourists,
You underestimate their odor.
brings up
Oh, I did not realize.
corpses.
Oh, yeah, there's corpses there. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. There's a lot of bad stuff down there.
Chores
Pretty
poop.
Chars.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. Boy.
Pretty sure the Falmer are down there as well.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
there are some down there. Yeah.
They're quite challenging.
Yeah, that is a tough one. That, especially if you go in there lower, it's really.
Oh,
Well, and they're tough as a mage to beat too.
Yeah, I don't think I'll go there yet. Maybe when I'm a really powerful mage, I'll go down there. And
You know what? I might have went through there already. Doesn't matter.
What's your concentration, Sherry? What are you concentrating on in your magic?
conjuration, isn't it?
Yeah, but like you're the one that's helping you out. So you got conjuration, but if there isn't a dead body or something like that, you use like fire spells, or have you got like
destruction ones, yeah, a fire spell and a the lightning one.
and like
Yeah.
I like the lightning.
Yeah, I just recently picked up the next level lightning, the lightning bolt ones and
Oh,
the
yeah.
fire bolt ones, because I've been also going around trying to increase my magicka and also to get spells that are more powerful than the basic ones I started out with.
Yeah, we had to make the long ass haul back to Winterhold to get some increased powerful spells because I started coming across Droger I couldn't raise. Got to a Death Lord and I couldn't raise him up because my spell wasn't powerful enough.
Yeah, so what do you
Shocking.
need to raise a Death Lord? Which
Dread Zombie.
Dread Zombie? Oh, okay.
And sometimes it doesn't work on humans. I think it's the whenever I try and use it on something that's come from immersive creatures, or one of my other mods that adds extra enemies. Every time I use Dread Zombie on it, they just stand around and don't do anything.
I'll bet there's a patch for that somewhere, because that's the kind of thing that a patch would fix.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass. But was after my trip to Winterhold, where I'll go to inventory here a second. My trip to Winterhold, I now have a sum total of 99 gold.
Wow. Loaded.
Yes. Just keep on spending it all on food.
Oh, man.
On those, was it dog meat stew?
Dog meat.
Oh, you monster!
Oh, no.
Oh,
Vengeance!
Vengeance.
oh. Dog meat.
I love dog meat.
I do too.
He sucks.
He's a stew now.
Yep.
He was eaten by a cat. He rolled his head.
Or a mutant bear.
Yeah.
I haven't have that quest Blood on Thin Ice initiate yet.
Oh yeah. When does that start? It has to.
What causes that to start?
I think you have to
level, right?
leave. You have to leave Windhelm
Level up
after
and then
level
come back.
10 or something, and then come back to the city.
Yeah.
Alright, because I've been in and out of
You have to be a certain level. I forget what the level is though.
Huh. I didn't realize it had to be a certain level. I guess I've never noticed.
Yeah, I keep on
But you
going
have to go to the
Windhelm,
city and leave, and then
and I
come back.
trot around the corner, and it's no corpse yet. Yeah. All right.
Well, you can raise her up and ask her what happened. Who killed you?
Oh, there you go.
That's
a great idea.
Interesting thing to do.
Let's get a little
Wonder
piece
if
of gray
they
matter.
might It might offend the guards that are around her.
What did we figure out? Was it that you had to level up, go to Windhelm, level up a full level out of the city, and then come back or something? Didn't we discover that last time? There was some issue where you had to leave and level up, but you had to leave the entire region of.
No, that was the man who cried wolf.
Oh, is that the man who cried wolf?
Yeah, you know the Potama quest. That's what we were talking about the last time.
Oh, was that? Okay,
Yeah.
that was that one. Where you had to
That's
go.
for the second stage of that quest. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where Andrew had fun waiting for his letter.
Yeah,
That's what it was.
I couldn't remember what happened, but the next episode he had just given me, he wouldn't give me the letter. I tried to steal it off of him. I even stole the letter, and it still wouldn't launch it or anything. And then all of a sudden, after I said fuck it and I left, and I was like, screw this quest, it's bugged, screw it. And then I went back to Falk Firebeard for some reason by the next episode, and he was like, oh, here, by the way, why don't you go check this out? And I was like, oh, Jesus criminy, I've been trying so hard for you to give me that damn letter.
So did you kill Falk right there and then?
Yeah, I struck him dead.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
You deserve this.
Violated his corpse.
I haven't done a ton of necromancy stuff recently. I should go kill Falk and see if he's a good guy. Follow me around.
Yeah.
Last episode I was talking about how I was up in Windhelm, and I basically killed every guard and person walking around the street I could find and piled them up in front of the city gates. And lifted everyone up at once, and then we started walking around. And it has been a really good time doing that sort of thing. But I found that you lose people pretty easily. They're not very good about staying in a very closed like well-regimented group, these zombies, for some reason. You think they would just march right on cue, but for some reason some of them get lost. So
So they
I decided
wander
to
off.
no, go
They
ahead.
wander off. They wander off in odd directions, do they?
Yeah, a little bit with the ritual stone at least. They're kind of hard to keep all gathered together. So I've decided that I'll start small armies, and like each time I go to a different new town. Well, I just visited Riverwood and killed absolutely every person in town that would die. Uh, and a lot of the animals around town too. There's a dog that sits on the porch there at the inn.
Stump, you killed Stump, you
His name is,
bastard.
maybe?
They
Yeah,
killed.
Stump is with us.
Disgusting.
That's it. I'm coming for you.
There's
So
there's
he doesn't
two
like
chickens
dogs,
and a
like
goat.
Stump.
I don't think
We
I
got
can
two chickens and a goat, and
Okay.
Fayandal and Camilla and everyone's aboard. It's a good old time. And I actually have a hawk with us too. I somehow killed
You
a
have a
hawk.
hawk?
You got a hawk?
Oh, that's
A firestorm. I think I killed a hawk. But
That's amazing.
got a hawk and a cow is in our warring party. A cow, isn't that fun? So we've got
Nice.
the cow and the hawk and ghosts and a couple chickens and a bunch of townsfolk, and we're gonna march upon Whiterun and lay siege upon Whiterun and see how that goes.
Yeah, you gotta watch
I
out for those revenant goats. They're the worst.
I have a question.
They will fuck you up.
That's right.
Shoot.
Do your zombie chickens and zombie cows attack?
I can confirm that the goats do. I have not actually done anything with the cow yet. We will see when I march upon Whiterun what will happen with the cows. And the hawk, I'm really interested. I'd love to see a hawk like swoop in and
Yeah, that
grab
would be
someone's
cool.
eyeballs out or something.
I think you'd need a mod for that one.
So,
Yeah,
You're
totally.
walking around, doesn't it sound like you're in at a monotone orgy with all those corpses going ah?
and I love it because I always have my subtitles on, and every time one of them groans, it's always like
What does a chicken zombie sound like?
Cluck.
Cluck.
Wouldn't it be like?
Oh.
Well, on this merry festive note of the Roundtable, I think we will go ahead and transfer this evening over to our next phase. If anyone else is listening live and like to join us, we are about to have a Skyrim Addict ASA podcasting, hopefully annual holiday party here coming up in just a couple of seconds. So if anyone would like to join on, we have a link posted in the Facebook feed. And I think Michael can also post that in the Twitter feed if anyone likes that information, or post on YouTube, or I don't know how you want to do that, Michael. But if anyone else would like to hop on in, we'll go ahead and say thanks everyone for listening to the Roundtable for this week, and we will see you next time. Thanks everybody.
Night,
fun.
thanks.
Good night.
Good night.
Oh, and never mind. I'll add that in later.
Yeah,
Somehow I
Dave
got
had some
booted off
updates.
there.
What's
Forget to
that?
add something.
Did Dave
I-
add some updates?
Yeah, actually, he does. He switched over to ESO.
Okay.
And he finished up his Skyrim one, and he wanted to start playing ESO, and he's doing it there. He said it's a bit challenging because he can't like pause or anything, I guess.
No.
Yeah, so that
No, there's no
pretty
pause.
big of a challenge for the making.
That's a
the
problem with MMOs. You cannot pause.
Yeah, it's like I guess keeping track of that kind of thing and making a journal and all that makes it more difficult. No, but he's got a bunch of them, so I'm gonna do those tomorrow morning.
Nice.
Hey Sherry, looks like there's a counter for the Blood on the Ice. It says the quest is triggered by a counter that starts at the beginning of the game, which will increase each time you visit the city of Windhelm or immediate surrounding area. When it reaches floor 4, the Blood on the Ice will be available.
Oh, okay. Wonder how many
Let's see,
times.
although
Wait,
2 more
4
conditions
times.
must be met. And then there's a note on here that says that you can check whether it's activated or not, because you just go to Hajarm, and the key required lock will change to master level lock once it's available.
Oh, cool.
So there we go.
Okay. I'll have to have a look next time I go in.
Yep.
Power up the little map book for it.
Gotta love that UESP, right?
Yes, that's a great site. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, I am running into traps all over the place.
I turned off the YouTube page. I'll bring it back up.
I just got blasted by a mammoth skull. Says I was not paying attention. That's what it was. I was not paying attention enough.
So I got booted off for a second. So Andrew, are we? Where are we at here?
We're doing the holiday show.
Oh, okay.
Where did
We're all in
it
a very,
Yeah.
we're all in a very festive mood right now.
Oh, Andrew is muted. That's fun. That's why I can't hear him.
Oh, that's why. I was like, what happened to him? Like, where'd he go? Must be attending.
Grinch probably got him.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, he's added a link to the Facebook page.
Oh, that's what he was doing.
Okay.
He's background stuff.
Producing. It's producing.
Producing.
That is one thing I like about Fallout 4 is the fact that you can remove the little can alarms.
Oh, yeah. Like it, yeah, with the bone, like the ones that are like the bones, yeah.
Yeah. Because I just turned on the YouTube feed that you're doing.
Yeah,
And
I
that's
just
why-
actually discovered you could do that like 2 days ago.
So what is it? What are you removing?
You know
Oh.
the hanging cans that make a noise?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You can actually,
Oh, yeah.
take them.
You can take them. Oh, I didn't know
you
that.
can
Yeah.
disarm cans or
I
whatever.
always try to walk around them.
Yeah. Now you just your little cursor goes right on top of it, and it says remove cans, and
Oh, wow.
no, it says disarm, and so you disarm it, it goes clink clink clink, and you remove them.
I wish you could do that with the hanging bones.
I
Yeah,
know.
that's what reminded me of it was watching Michael right here walk around those bones.
Maybe you can and nobody's actually tried.
That would be
Yeah.
funny, actually.
Nobody just thought of,
No, you can't. No, you can't. No.
Well, do we know if Michaela or anyone else is going to hop in?
I'm not sure. I sent her the link. See if she hops in.
Well, my wife has a party to get to herself, so we've got about 40
44
minutes.
minutes.
So we'll go ahead and start a little bit of a holiday party here for you guys.
Well, you can bring Mo into the party then if you know.
Yeah.
Oh, she's not taking you with her?
I think he's napping right now for the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just welcome everyone to the ASA Podcasting Holiday Party.
Yay!
A lot of podcasts that I listen to, they do a little bit of a hangout, just talk about holiday traditions, or some of them do like prepared material games and stuff like that. I was gonna put a game together, but things get busy. We have
Yeah.
the time to put anything together, but so I just was really interested to since we know a lot about each other's gaming lives and all that. Just interested in learning a little bit about everyone's holiday traditions and all that. So welcome everyone to the ASA Holiday Show. Hopefully we'll be able to do something like this, keep going in the future. Welcome aboard, everyone.
Hello.
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 So, in case we chop this up as a different and new show, we'll go ahead and do introductions again. Victor, would you like to tell us where you're calling in from?
I am Victor, and I am no longer calling in from Western Massachusetts. I now live in the Hudson Valley of New York, so that's where I am, near West Point,
So you're
which is where I work. What's that?
You're officially upstate.
I'm officially upstate. Yes.
which is the entire state other than New York City.
Anything north of Yonkers is upstate.
Upstate, yeah.
That's great. Great to have you aboard, Victor. We also are joined by Sherry. Sherry, hello. Welcome to the show.
Hello. Hello.
To the party, should I say.
Yes, I'm going to get myself a beverage in a moment too. I'm staring at the fridge, but the cord.
What will you be drinking on?
Lemon, lime, and bitters, probably. Or ginger beer.
Oh.
Victor, did you have a beverage?
Yes, I'm drinking a whiskey cocktail.
Oh.
Any specific one?
Well, it's called a Boulevardier. It's a combination of whiskey and Campari and sweet vermouth.
Sounds interesting.
It's
tasty.
very good. It's a whiskey version of a gin drink called a Negroni, but I won't get too cocktail specific here.
Gin.
Yeah. I'm going to be gone for a second.
And we heard Juan over there. No,
Hello.
Juan.
Yes.
Where are you calling in from? What are you drinking on?
Actually, I'm not really drinking today. 'Cause we have a holiday party that we're gonna go to, so I'll do my drinking there.
No amazing beer?
I'm back.
No, not right now. I have quite a few in the fridge, and I have the mead cooling down to drop the yeast to hopefully bottle that. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It tastes like almost like a nice white wine, real dry too. Came out real nice.
Good. Yeah, I'd like to hear about that sometime.
Yeah. Actually, mead's like the easiest thing to do. It takes like about an hour, and you're ready to go.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no.
Huh.
Got to catch all those bees first.
Yeah.
That's what takes the longest.
Yeah, there's a lot of pain first, but then.
So how do you make the mead? You said it takes an hour.
Yeah, it takes about an hour. You buy. We did a group buy where we bought about ended up getting 12 pounds of honey, and then put 3 gallons of spring water, and then I put a gallon of pomegranate juice. You stir it up really good until all the honey dissolves into the water. Throw your yeast in and let it go. The most important thing is just keep the temperature pretty low, and then every day just stir it up, put a little bit of yeast nutrient, and for 5 days, and then after that, about 2, 3, maybe 4 weeks, and you're done, and then you're ready to go.
What kind of yeast are you using? Just a brewer's yeast?
It's mead yeast by White Labs.
Oh, okay. I know White Labs. Yeah. I did some brewing many years ago.
Yeah, they're local here, so that's what I use. There's also Y yeast, and there's also I know in Australia a lot of people use dry yeast.
Mm-hmm.
So you could also take like a nice you could use a wine yeast on it as well, since it's similar to wine as opposed to beer.
Yeah.
And just keep your temperature low for at least the first week, and after that, you don't get any funky off flavors.
Nice.
It sounds actually quite extensive, not like an hour.
Well, the thing is, you spend an hour getting it prepared, getting it set up, and then every day you spend 5 minutes putting in a little bit of yeast nutrient and stirring it, and then you close it back up and let it go. And it's a lot of steps, but it's maybe 5-10 minutes every day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the yeast does all the work after that, so it's not overly complicated. The hardest part is just maintaining a temperature. If you have a room that stays around 68 degrees, usually it's like a bathroom or like a closet. It stays at a pretty constant and low temperature. You just let it sit in there, and the yeast does all the work.
Oh, yeah. Pretty cool.
Also, like to welcome to our party this evening, Colin. Hello, Colin.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
I'm here too, lurking. It's
Where are you calling in
Michaela.
from, Colin?
Hey, Mikhail.
Hey,
Michaela.
Hey. See, I'm calling in from
Also,
London.
Michael David also here calling in. Yes. Hello, Colin. Say hello.
Colin calling in from Essex in England, and I don't drink. So.
I was born in Essex, in Bishop Stortford.
Oh, wow.
Nobody goes there anymore.
Mm. Why do you think we left?
All the troublemakers
Yeah,
come
ever
from
since
there.
Michaela left, it's totally died.
We're making beer here today too. Actually, I have nothing to do with the process, but beer is being made here currently.
Nice. That sounds fun.
Mhm.
What are they making? Do you know?
I think that they made a real nice hoppy beer that turned out to be like a 7.2 last time they made it, so their percentage of alcohol. So they're drinking their way through that keg right now, and they have
Fun.
2 more, so they're going to be what they're calling racking a few kegs over the next couple of weekends. So
That sounds good.
yeah, my husband builds breweries for a living, so
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah.
Nice.
I don't know who decided to put him in charge of the beer. That scares me.
Well, drinking and brewing always seem to not go too well together, but always
No.
seem to go together.
Too much science involved in making beer to be off your game.
Yeah. Oh, if you want to make good beer
Mhm.
or great beer, I guess. You
One,
can make it-
especially if you want to store it, you have to make sure everything's real good and clean. So.
Yeah.
What sort of good holiday beers do we like?
Mad
What
Elf.
you got seasonal one?
Mad Elf.
Locally, we have one. It's called Santa's Little Helper. It's probably like an 11%.
Wow.
What's it? Imperial Stout. That one's pretty good. Just a lot of people like their pumpkin beers, or they do have some winter ales that they add a lot of different spices to. It's all personal preference. Some people just like IPAs for Christmas.
Like,
So.
maybe like gingerbread or nutmeggy beers, stuff like that.
There's some like that. I think one of the members of our brew club made what they call a carrot cake.
Well,
Belgian.
that would be interesting.
Yeah.
I used to like that shot. I am sipping on our festive, thick, eggy goodness eggnog this evening.
Ah, that sounds good.
I haven't had eggnog in years,
Is it Wawa eggnog?
and I think I know why.
Wow.
Not Wawa eggnog.
I don't
It
think
is,
I've ever had an eggnog.
No.
That's why you got to make it Irish.
It's from Oberweis Dairy. It's like our super hipster
Oh, okay.
organic dairy in town.
It's like artisan
I just thought I
eggnog.
would- yeah, it is. It's like, well, they have this restaurant at the dairy that you have to roll your eyes when you're walking. You're like, Jesus criminy. Look at these. It's just like the most hipster, local, food only type, super cool place ever. Not that
Yeah.
it's delicious food and all that, but they lay it on a little thick. But I decided to get their eggnog, and it's I think I know why I don't drink this on a daily basis.
I just see guys with
It's totally
mustaches
tasty.
with their
It's
growlers
intense.
getting imported eggnog.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Aren't you required to have like a handlebar mustache to drink that?
Mhm. Yeah. And a growler that's
No, I
strapped to your
started my
bicycle.
beard in November. It's not quite long enough yet. Yeah.
I had to shave mine. It's been so warm. I grew a winter beard, and then it was like 70 degrees.
Yeah, it's been 65 degrees all winter here so far.
Yeah.
It just got down into the 30s today.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Finally.
For like
Actually,
2 days.
I had a wonderful Christmas moment yesterday. It was so beautiful. And just finally got down into the 30s here. So, Indiana, it's supposed to be in the 30s in November on, but it's been in the 60s here. But yeah, yesterday it was great. I decided to go out and do some Christmas shopping. and my wife and my kid and I were all walking around this beautiful little downtown area in Noblesville, and these beautiful snowflakes start falling, and we have all of our Christmas packages, and I'm pushing the stroller, and we're drinking the hot chocolate, and it was just like, it felt like a James Wickham Riley poem or a
Norman Rockwell
a
card.
Saturday Evening Post. Yeah, the the Norman Rockwell painting or something. It's just it's such a great Christmas moment I had yesterday. It was really fun.
That's really cool.
Christmas shopping. Yeah.
I'm in Vancouver and my honeysuckle
Sure.
is starting to grow again.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Wow. There was actually snow on my
Do
car
you
this
have white
morning up here.
Christmases in Vancouver?
Every once in a while. I mean, it snowed here for about 5 minutes this week. Literally 5 minutes
Oh,
it
yeah.
snowed, and that's about it. But it's been so warm here. I still have, lettuce growing in the garden. So,
Wow.
Wow.
yep.
Yeah.
Little concerning
Well,
when everything starts growing now.
It's usually not that snowy in Indiana until at least January, February. So we rarely have super white Christmases. Every once,
Yeah.
it doesn't happen all the time. But have you guys been digging any Christmas music this time of year? I didn't even mean to assume everyone's Christian here. Does everyone celebrate
Yep.
Christmas or Hanukkah or on any of these? Do you do both?
We do a
One
secular.
of those families.
Family gathering.
Let's just say that the solstice is my holiday.
Oh, yay, solstice. I cannot wait for the solstice. Yes, please.
Yeah, what tell us about the solstice. What happens there for you, Victor?
Well, that's when that's the longest night of the year, and everything after that it's going to get lighter and lighter.
Heading into spring.
Yep, it's New Year. It's New Year's basically.
Yeah.
Except for Sherry, it's the opposite.
You do a solstice
Yeah.
celebration at all?
Not formally, Andrew. No.
You build-
I practice privately.
Does that mean you dance naked around the Christmas tree when nobody's looking? Be honest.
Yes,
No
and
fun if nobody's looking.
It's not a Christmas tree, it's a fertility tree.
yes, and we sacrifice goats on a regular basis.
Well, because they taste so good.
They're very good with curry. Yes,
Yeah.
excellent.
Curry goat.
Mhm.
Sounds yummy.
So
Yeah, the only song I've heard is Feliz Navidad for the past 7 weeks. So,
Well, that was fantastic. That was
It
so
was
awesome
awesome.
I
today.
saw you
It
post
really
the
was.
video. Was that Connor singing?
yeah, he
Feliz
takes.
Navidad at like the mall or something?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, he decided to take singing lessons this year. He's like 7, so I think he goes like once a week.
Nice.
But I have to. Basically, we listen to it on the whole drive there, which is like 45 minutes, and and then we listen to it randomly during the week. So I've heard Feliz Navidad maybe 20,000 times in the past month. I'm not sure.
We used to always sing "The Police Nabbed Me, Dad." We had that album growing up, and so whenever my parents would fight at Christmas time, we'd sing "Happy Home Full of Christmas" really loud in the middle of their argument. Go Boney M. Yeah. But he did amazing. That was awesome and so brave.
Yeah,
It was.
we were stunned. We're like, I wouldn't do that.
He's got his moves down too.
Yeah, it was hilarious. Oh, it was a trip. I gotta
Yeah.
say, it was a trip. He was excited and nervous, and it worked out well.
Mhm. Awesome. Good for him.
Was there a lot of people there?
Yeah, because there was probably 50-ish people there.
Wow.
Okay.
And Saturday at the mall before Christmas too, right?
Yeah. Surprisingly, the mall really wasn't that crowded because everybody buys everything online now. Most of the people who were at the mall were all old, which then created a problem because every line was like 8 miles long of people with like 75 different things.
Everything smelled like tea.
Yeah, there was definitely an age. There was like it wasn't like past years at the mall. There was definitely an aged thing going on. You could tell it was mostly people who don't shop online, I would guess.
He got a
what you
great
get
round of
with free
applause
healthcare.
there, though.
Yeah, it was crazy. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Now he's got the bug. He's gonna have the bug if he got lots of applause.
He's always been a ham, but yeah.
Wow, you guys are lucky over there. Our malls are packed.
Really?
Yeah, we even have like valet parking for our mall.
Well, that Mission Valley Mall is always packed, isn't it?
Oh, that one is, but even the up in Escondido where I am, I mean the parking lot is, I mean there's parking lot all the way around,
Wow.
and they use the high schools like basketball courts and stuff for parking as well.
Overflow.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how bad it gets. And that's why they have the valet parking. I think that's where they park all the overflow.
Wow.
But it seems like our malls are like packed all the time. I've never seen that mall like half empty.
Yeah,
It's,
ours are like busy. Like it's really changed a lot in the past 10 years. There's
Plus that happens when the community gets much more bigger, more housing, but they don't increase the size of the mall. I've seen that happen.
packs. Yeah.
Well, I'm wondering if maybe it's a weather thing too. Just because we can actually go out and because we don't have ice on the road and snow and all that.
Ever. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I was telling
that's
Andrew.
an interesting point. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was telling you, Andrew, that I think the last time it snowed around here was in one of the little towns. It probably it's like 10, 15 years ago. We had some snow that actually came down and lasted for about an hour till the sun came out and it melted away. But I mean, it was like a big deal for everybody.
Stopped existing in San Diego.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if it snows up in our mountains, people are just running over there to get snow.
Yeah, you have to.
Temperature differences. How is it celebrated in Australia? Is it like a big barbecue day or something?
I'm sure many people in their backyards,
in Australia?
relatives will be having barbecues. I'm sure me and my mum are going to my brother's place this year, and I think it will be guess he has a pool and a barbecue, so yes, that will be happening.
That sounds fun.
Do Australians do the typical Santa Claus and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer type stuff?
Yeah, there's Santa Claus.
Exist in Australia?
Oh yeah, yes. Yes, that's pretty much global.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, if you talk to, I lived in Austria for a while, and if you talk to them, they have, they have a couple of different people who come. They have, Nicolo, who's
Saint
basically
Nicholas?
our version of Saint Nicholas.
Yeah.
Father Christmas. But it's a
what
little
they say.
different. He comes on early December, and then Krampus comes after that, and then they also have the Christkind, which is like the chubby cherub baby Jesus who delivers presents too. So
Yeah.
it just depends on where you are. It has all these crazy different little Christmas, characters and figures.
Yeah, I think in
Sonic
Mexico.
Fury,
I think in Mexico they do a where they celebrate the three wise men, as opposed to they do the Christmas thing, but they do the three wise men where I guess they leave their shoes out, and the three wise men will leave them stuff in their shoe as a gift. Also,
when do they do the shoe? Because I grew up with that with my mom who grew up in Germany, and
Okay.
we did that on the 6th of December. We put the shoe out.
I think it's January 5th.
Oh, okay. Cool.
January.
Well, the 6th is the Epiphany. It's the 12th day of Christmas.
Right. Yeah. So that's yeah.
Okay.
I only know this because it's my birthday. It's the only reason. It's not because I have some religious zealot or anything.
Yeah, 12th night. Yeah.
Well, I know.
We did the 6th of December, so it's an earlier.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
we're pretty
I
much
think that's the day
just
Krampus
mimic all
comes in Austria.
the usual Western Christmas commercialism sort of thing. Pretty much vanilla, standard sort of thing. Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing
Well,
really
I was
exotic.
I was totally raised in that world, and I was a sucker for Santa Claus right off the bat, and Rudolph, and Frosty the Snowman, and I love all those old
Oh,
claymation TV specials.
Oh,
Yeah.
me too.
I've been showing
Me
those
too.
to my son,
We
and
used to
they're
watch
just
those when we were
classic
kids.
and they're great. And
Well,
I
Santa
love
Claus is Coming to Town isn't on
I'm
this
just a
year.
sucker
It's really
for Second
strange.
Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a bummer.
Is it odd watching those growing up, Sherry, when you guys celebrate in summer and those are all like winter shows?
Yeah.
We never thought of it, but many years ago when I started, like, oh, I'm going to decorate for Christmas, I'm like, why the fuck am I putting imitation snow around when our
It's
Christmas is golden, not white? It's gold. So instead of then I put a complete nix on any white Christmas decorations, so all my Christmas decorations are gold instead. And
Good.
so instead of a
Nice.
white Christmas,
Well,
it's a gold
that makes more
Christmas.
sense for you. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's really sunny and really bloody hot.
Yeah, you
The fake snow will cool you down. It's like lighting a candle when you're cold.
Anyway, and then as you were talking about your malls, what your malls are, our mall, like the mall where I live, the Erin Affair, it'll be packed, but people will be wearing their flip flops and swimsuits. So people just come into
So
the
funny.
beach. Because I live on the Central Coast.
Will they be wearing like? Will they wear elf ears and Santa hats with their flip flops and swimsuits?
I don't think I'll see any, but I would not be surprised.
You could start a trend.
I could.
Oh, very good.
Yeah. But yeah, we're just
And Colin, what about London? Does London get all decked out for the holidays around where you are?
Yeah, around about November 15th.
Yeah.
Everything goes nuts. They start decorating everything. Really horrible, gaudy green and red lights go up on everything.
So you guys don't wait till after Thanksgiving?
American Thanksgiving or Canadian Thanksgiving?
It is everywhere.
It's everywhere Thanksgiving.
Everywhere.
Nope. That's what I would tell Michael. We have Thanksgiving during the harvest because we are thankful for the harvest.
Well, really, you could have it all year round.
And
Grown.
what about Canada, Australia, and England? How do they do? Are there Black Friday sales? Is there an equivalent to that sort of thing?
They've
Yeah,
been
we
pushing it here, but it's
they're
not really a
pushing it
thing.
here as well, but it didn't work. It worked online, but it didn't work at the shops because everybody bought everything online.
we have sale days,
Oh,
like the day after Christmas Day is called Boxing Day.
Boxing Day, yeah.
Which is
Yeah,
where
same
everyone
here.
will go
Boxing
out
Day,
to
yeah.
the
I always
shops.
see that on my calendar, and I'm like, I wonder what that means.
It's not a statutory holiday in most of Canada, but it is definitely like I observe Boxing Day. It's my day to eat more and drink more and lay about. And how dare my employer try to take that away from me?
I have no idea what the origin of the name is for. I don't know what the boxing is for.
It's where everyone beat each other up because they didn't like what they got.
Maybe.
Oh,
That's a UK. Isn't that a UK holiday originally?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're all part of the Commonwealth, you know,
That's true.
except you guys.
Yeah, I always wondered what Boxing Day was.
Yeah.
Because I was like, why are they celebrating boxers?
It's when we throw out all of our boxes from Christmas. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up.
Yeah, I'll be working, so.
I was chit-chatting with my mom the other day, and we were just kind of talking about weird traditions. Do you guys have any traditions in your family around the holidays that you thought were completely normal, but as you grew up and got older, you just soon discovered, wait, my family is totally weird and no one else does that sort of thing?
Yeah, we kept on inviting a guy in a red suit in our house.
The thing I was thinking of was my father came up with a system called the black marks. And my father had a direct contact with Santa Claus. And every time you misbehaved during the holidays, you get a black mark. And if you got 3 black marks, that means Santa wasn't going to come and visit you that year.
Oh, God.
Pulling your stuff. So
Dad must be a teacher.
3 times. I don't know when the season started. Maybe it was after Thanksgiving or whatever. But you could not misbehave 3 times in between
Wow.
Whenever that season started in Christmas.
So did anybody ever get the
He had
3
us
marks?
whipped into shape, I guess. I don't know. I thought it was more threat than anything. I doubt he would have actually.
One of those wait till your father gets home things. And then nothing happens.
Yeah.
He was just such a he was too much of a big lovable teddy bear to actually prevent his children from having joy. Anyway, so he would have
That's
been
nice.
okay. But it was all
Follow through.
threat. But no, he'd never follow through. But it totally kept my ass in line because I loved Santa Claus so much. Anybody
Yeah.
else have any like weird stuff that they discovered their families did like that?
No, nothing weird.
Well, eventually I came to question why my Jewish mother used to light an Advent wreath, but I think she just liked she liked the ritual.
Yeah. Did she also do the menorah and stuff?
No, nothing. They were secular Jews, so nothing like that. My father was Episcopalian, a fallen Episcopalian, so there's no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a friend who his dad was Jewish and his mom was Catholic, so he said all his holidays were screwed up
Yeah.
I bet.
because he didn't
Or you get to
focus
celebrate
on either
a lot
one.
more holidays.
No, and they
Oh,
did the
yeah, that's
opposite
a
on
problem.
his.
Oh, that's not fair.
Yeah.
No, we just like to. The ritual was nice. The candles and the carols and things like that. It's a nice family thing.
So you would sing Christmas songs.
Yeah.
We have had the exact
With-
same ritual since I was a child, I swear. Yeah. It doesn't change.
We sang them ironically, Andrew. But,
Sarcastically.
no, not sarcastically, just ironically.
Okay.
Yeah, no, our tradition is so similar that it's right down to the kind of food you eat. And being a British family, everything is meat wrapped in pastry pretty much. So I had to introduce a fruit plate eventually before we all died. There's a pork pie and there's sausage rolls and this just goes on and on.
Yeah.
I am psychotic about making sure that we have prawns on Christmas Day.
Oh, nice.
We must have prawns.
Isn't it funny the food that feeds our
Prawns,
tradition? It's funny, isn't it? The way we
That's true, yeah, because my mom always made this particular Christmas potato salad, and it's become a very, very standard family tradition.
Did she make the German style with the just vinegar and oil?
Ooh.
Well,
Thank
it's an oil and vinegar based salad, but it's potatoes and beets and pickles. Which, if you don't like beets, it sounds awful. But if you like beets, it's wonderful. It's red and green. That's why she created it. And it's become
Ingredients be damned!
Yes, but it's become a total family tradition. So that's something we always make.
Raised in the German tradition, Victor.
Well, my mom was Russian by birth, and
Russian. Okay.
and then moved to Germany when she was 2, and moved to France when she was 12, and then
Wow.
came to the U.S. when she was during the Holocaust. So,
Wow.
but yeah. So, but a lot of her traditions were sort of flavored by her childhood in Germany. So a lot of
Did they ever
her.
have the pickle ornament.
Excuse me.
The Germans do this pickle ornament thing, where they
Yes,
hide a
there
pickle
is.
ornament in the
Yes.
tree, and whoever finds the pickle ornament gets a special prize or something.
No, that's perhaps that's Austrian. I don't know. That one I do not know.
Maybe it is Austrian. I don't know.
No, I think it's German. Well,
I
only
thought that was funny.
and the only reason
German.
that I'm going to go German is because in Epcot, in Germany, they sell pickle ornaments.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, there you go. Yeah.
But it could be in
that's
that
what it is.
region. It could just, it could be something that's in a part of Germany, not necessarily all Germany. I don't know. If anybody in Germany knows who plays hide the pickle on Christmas, let us know.
Sounds lewd.
I
Well,
think it was meant to be.
as far as I know, my family had a semi-typical Christmas. We would always go to my grandmother's house on Christmas Eve, and we would do simple foods there. She would always have a crock pot of barbecue, and we would have barbecue sandwiches and finger foods and stuff like that.
Nice.
And then we would come home, and Santa would visit us on Christmas Eve, of course, and we'd wake up way too early on Christmas Day. That typical story, knocking on Mom and Dad's door at like 4:30 in the morning. Come on, let's go. Telling us to go back to bed. My father would always leave carrots out for the reindeer, and my mom would always make lots of homemade candy. She made English toffee and peanut butter fudge and chocolate fudge and homemade caramels and turtles and classic Christmas candy stuff. I always thought it was very delicious. So instead of cookies, we always left Santa fudge because we figured he'd probably get tired of cookies after about 6 or 7 billion children. So we left carrots for the reindeer, which I later figured out that my dad would just let the dog chew on, and so it looked like animals. So it looked like animals chewed onto the carrots. My mom had a deer hoof imprint. You know how you take the plaster of Paris stuff and get a hoof print in the forest?
That's elaborate.
Make footprint deer prints out in the front lawn where like the bushes were, so it was a little bit muddy. And then she would lead them up onto the front porch, and that's where the carrot pieces would be, so it looked like the reindeer had eaten all the carrots up.
That's awesome.
Then we would have our Christmas morning open up presents. My mom always made pecan rolls, which were delicious. She'd bake pecan rolls for Christmas morning. There'd always be an orange in the toe of the stocking. I don't know if that was
Yep, totally. That's mine too. Yep.
Nuts and orange.
Yep.
Yeah, orange in the toe. Yep.
Absolutely.
And then we would go up to my mom's sister's house for Christmas dinner in the afternoon and hang out up there for a few hours eating, the typical, honey baked ham sort of stuff, and lots of mashed potatoes and gravy, and similar meal to Thanksgiving actually, but
yeah, see, we always do our presents on Christmas Eve.
Our classic Christmas. Oh, you did all your presents Christmas Eve?
Yeah. Yeah.
We did a
Ours were
couple at
Christmas
Grandma's house,
morning.
but the main Christmas was Christmas morning. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the stockings were Christmas morning, but all the presents were Christmas Eve. So that's how we did ours.
Oh, that's really interesting. That would be backwards to us. If we did do stockings early, that would have been on Christmas Eve. Yeah.
We got, we would get our Christmas PJs on Christmas Eve. That's it.
Oh, nice.
So you get to open something, but you knew what it was.
Yeah, that's a tradition that my wife actually wants to start with our son. She heard that someone else's family does that they get to open up some fresh Christmas PJs on Christmas Eve, and that's what you do when you open up your presents the next morning, too. So.
And then when we woke up in the morning, our stocking was at the bottom of our bed.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
That's cool.
See, that's different from us. Ours just stayed on the mantle. It was just much more full than when we went to sleep.
Yeah, well, the theory in my family was that Santa couldn't possibly carry all those presents that were under the tree, but he could fill the stockings, and so he came Christmas after everybody went to bed on Christmas Eve and filled the stockings. So
They stuffed the stockings.
yeah,
That's great. So it's interesting, all the little tiny differences in everyone's Christmas stories. It's all very similar, overarching themes, but
it's all about
the little
presents.
details are what makes it really interesting.
And food.
Yes.
Presents and food.
Yeah, about spending
Most
time with your
memorable
family.
Christmas present ever, you guys.
Oh God.
Oh,
Probably
Most
Toby.
memorable Christmas present ever.
Toby.
Toby.
Yeah, it was a little robot.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's all I remember. Its name was
Don't
Toby.
remember Toby.
Well, I got one that you put a cassette in the front of. What was his name?
Teddy Ruxpin.
No, way before
Frank.
Teddy Ruxpin. I'm way older than that.
I know.
I was working at a toy
Teddy
store the year Teddy Ruxpin came out.
That's why I was a little concerned. I was like, oh, what's Mikhail doing?
No, he was like a little robot, and he had an 8-track player in his chest.
Oh, I remember that. No,
Yeah,
yeah, I do remember that. Yeah.
Buttons on the front. That was pretty cool. I like that.
For me, it was the Atari 2600. That was,
Awesome. Yeah.
Nice.
I remember getting that.
Yeah, I think I got
I
a
was denied
BMX
Nintendo
bike.
forever and ever and ever. So when I got a Sega Genesis, that was one of my big ones.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I think my aunt got me
What'd you say,
the
Juan?
Coleco. I got a BMX bike,
Nice.
and then one year I got a Schwinn with the banana seat. That was awesome.
Ooh. Yeah. Did you
Um,
pimp it out with the streamers on the
Oh,
handlebars?
no.
You guys are lucky. When you got a bike on Christmas, when we got a bike on Christmas in Indiana, we had to wait 3 or 4 months.
That's right. Yeah.
You guys are lucky in California.
Yeah, we got bikes when you're 10 speeds. And it had a quick release tire on
10
it.
speeds were a huge
Ooh,
deal.
that's cool. Quick release
Yeah.
front tire. Cool.
Actually, one year I got a bike and it was like 60
cool.
degrees out, and I was able to ride it like that day. I was like, yes.
Nice.
Amazing. That's a great day.
Yeah. We got lots of cool stuff. Christmas was a big deal to my mom. So she always made sure there was like lots of presents and lots of food, and so we try to
Is it still a big
minimize the
deal to you?
presents.
Do you and your husband go all out for each other?
We used to do it a lot more now, or a lot more than we do now. But now it's kind of we just are not. We're trying to get away from material things as much as we can. We just don't really need a lot of stuff. We're at a good place, so. And we live in a small house, and so it would just be buying stuff for the sake of buying stuff, and we've agreed just not to do that. So we are more interested in sharing experiences with people. So if they get a gift from us this year, it's going to be for, a play that we can all go to together, or, something obnoxious like that we're forcing people to spend time with us,
That's not obnoxious at all. That's beautiful.
No.
Yeah, so nobody will be getting like a Body Shop gift basket from me this year. I don't know anyone that needs that. So we have actually made a commitment not to spend any money on anything that's not consumable for the next 6 months.
Okay. Yeah, I think my wife's family, like a few years ago,
That's responsible.
we started doing a homemade Christmas.
Oh, cool.
So, that's why my wife and I made the mead, because that's going to be our gift to people.
Oh, awesome.
Nice.
Lucky people.
And some people they'll make like a box with chocolates or fudge or donuts or homemade, just homemade gifts and stuff. So that's it's less expensive because my wife's family is really big, and a lot of people really enjoy it. So it's pretty cool because everybody gets something. Or a lot of somethings.
A lot of little somethings. That's nice.
Yeah.
Has anybody had to go to any work parties organized by your job or anything yet?
Oh yeah, I went to one yesterday.
That's good for mine.
We have one
times.
tonight.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I think
Well, I got to watch all the
Trying to get
weird.
up to one, so.
I got to watch all the weird politics.
Oh.
Yeah, it's working for the government is
Yeah.
a new one on me. It's quite something.
It's different.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have 2 of them. One for the department and then one for the company. So, 2 parties every year.
Oh my goodness.
It's good.
That would just mean
Is that a
two
good
parts.
thing or a bad thing?
Oh, it's good because I like where I work. I like the people I work with, so it's a lot of fun. The last one
nice.
I went to was
Well, that's good.
we all had to wear
great.
costumes. It was fun. It was fun.
Oh, nice. Well, it's been awesome hanging out with everyone for this brief little holiday party. I'm glad to
That was great.
get to know each other, just a little bit more, talk about some past traditions. Hopefully we can get together again around this time next season. And, just thanks everyone for coming out. And I'd like to extend the invitation to everyone for next year to hop on and just hang out with us, and we'll talk about holidays. And we just feel like we barely brushed the surface this year. And next year maybe I'll have a little more audio production so I can set up maybe a little game and stuff. So that'll be fun. But
That'd be fun.
thanks everyone for jumping on.
Thank you, Andrew.
Michaela,
Thank you.
Colin,
Thank you.
Juan, thanks for coming on. Sherry, of course, from Australia, thanks for hopping on. Victor, And,
Happy solstice.
I've been Andrew.
Yeah.
Happy solstice, everyone.
Happy
Kwanzaa,
Festivus.
if you're into that.
Happy holidays.
Hanukkah just
Yeah.
ended a couple days ago, and of
Don't
course,
forget
Christmas and
Festivus.
happy holidays, everyone.
That's
Festivus, yes.
Festivus for the rest of
us.
us.
Yep. I'm going to play
Yes.
Fallout 4 today.
It's been great talking to you, everyone.
There you
Happy holidays, and we'll see you next time.
All right.
All right.
All right. We'll see you guys later. Bye.
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 Ciao.
Great.